It's a beautiful day out, about mid 40s. No wind at all though, so it's nice and cool, and no rain, snow on the forecast for a little bit. Maybe occasional sprinkles, but it's pretty normal in this area. So the other day I went and picked up this thing, 20-foot John Deere disc, 230. It actually looks fairly well. It's got a couple issues, but I'm sure it'll work just fine once we grease it up, as long as it unfolds how it's supposed to and everything. But all around, it's a pretty solid looking disc. Pulled at about 45 miles per hour with my dad's truck. Worked very well, so we're gonna have to grease that up, make sure everything's good on that before we test it out. And then when we do test it out, hopefully everything spins how it's supposed to. The guy said it had new bearings on it for the discs, so it should work phenomenal. Another thing is, my dad's actually going to pick it up after work with his work truck. Bought another 4430, kind of like this one, same year. Few serial numbers newer, but it's in a little rougher condition, but he got a good deal on it, so he thought he'd take it. So I don't know what we're gonna do with all the tractors we're gonna have now, but kudos, more power. However, that's a lot of room we're gonna have taken up. We're probably gonna end up starting to sell some equipment. We actually had someone come and look at our John Deere baler today, because we're trying to sell a few pieces of equipment to free up some room, because we have a lot of stuff laying around that we don't use anymore. This is the baler he came to look at. It's a great all-around baler. Never had too many issues with it. It's baled quite a few bales in its lifetime. I think we've had it for quite a few years. So we're gonna have a few projects coming up here that we're gonna have to start working on. One of them being food plots for the deer. Thinking about getting them planted late April, early March. Or early May, not March. So that way they start growing nice and strong for the cows. Or not the cows, the deer. I gotta get a skid steer with tracks so that we can go out there and start moving trees around and opening up the area a little bit. We have a tripod out there right now. We've had that one out there for quite a while. I just put a deer cam out there the other day to see if there's anything happening out there. I was gonna go check it here in a few days, and I was gonna bring that track machine. We're gonna get out there with a grapple, cut some trees down, move some wood around, move some soil, make it nice up there. I was gonna take a tub, like a water tub, dig it into the ground so that way there's water in that area as well for deer to come up and drink from. That way they have a nice little sanctuary to come to and eat, and hopefully it works out good. And then the other project we have going on is we are going to actually start building a shop, which is going to be replacing them two buildings. We're going to rip that building down, put a shop right there. It's going to go right up against this building, kind of fill in that alleyway. And it's going to be about the size of this building, not as long, but probably from that wall right up to the door opening there is about how big the shop's going to be. And it's going to have a big side door like this, 2 garage doors, and then the main service door, and be heated, floating concrete pad. And we also have to get rid of that building right there. We're going to be tearing that down, and we're not going to put anything there. We're just going to tear it down and make it look a lot better, because that one's kind of an eyesore in my opinion, which that probably won't happen till fall, late summer. I don't think we're going to have that stuff all finished, but we're going to start tearing stuff down here this spring and making progress towards getting that done. Another thing that we've been doing is, in this last week, we got rid of all the fats and we opened up the steer lot. We took the 2 cows that were in my 2 brothers' cows that we had locked up in that one brick shed, and we brought them down to the steer lot. Got them locked into a bigger pen now, which eventually they'll be let into this pen with these guys. But them are just cows from out in the pasture, because we opened up a gate over here. We opened up that gate right there. That allows the cows from the pasture and like all the steers or heifers and all that are out in the pasture to be able to come in here and kind of get used to this lot. That way eventually we'll go out, come out one day, and hopefully we can separate the cows from their steers and lock that gate with the steers in here and all the cows out there, which usually does never go as planned because, you know, that's farming. It's normal for that to happen. But we always end up getting it every year eventually. That way we can start fattening up the second or the next round. And once we get that gate shut, that's when we'll let my brother's cows into this pen. But we got to keep an eye down here because sometimes the cows are idiots and rub up against gates and stuff and break stuff. So I'm just making sure everything looks good right now, but everything looks so far so good. That just got opened up yesterday though, so it's still kind of early stages, so anything could change in a second, especially with this stuff. Especially dealing with cows. Can't predict what they're gonna do, but we do our best. So right now we are separating cattle from the steers because all of them came up. We had a rainstorm come through just now about 5 minutes ago, so everything's soaked. We were gonna spread manure, but plans changed, so now we are gonna try to, all the steers are locked up right now, but there's a couple cows in with them. So we're gonna try to separate the cows from them and see what we can get done. Hopefully they aren't a pain in the butt, but they probably will be. So this is a lot one. I mean, we got a bunch of cows in there, but all the feeders are in there too. These are the cows we got out so far. And then we got these guys separated too. They're kind of in their own little area. We're giving them silage to keep them distracted while we do this right now. Got them all separated. Went pretty good. These guys are all just minding their own business in the pasture. Ain't that right, girl? But they went pretty smooth. We also put some new hydraulics. So they have the original John Deere, and we use these adapters that my dad made to put them into Pioneer. But we bought an adaptation kit that we just install in it. It's actually really nice because you don't need to do anything. They just pull right out and push right in. It's real nice. So this is the new tractor that my dad picked up. The second 4430 we have now. It's not really aesthetically pleasing, but gets the job done. We got it hooked up to the disc, the new disc that we bought. This disc actually works really well. One of the hydraulics are a little bent when it unfolds, but it doesn't really affect it too much. It discs the ground up real nice though, right behind it. It's kind of dried up because it was a couple days ago when we did it. I think it was 2 nights ago my dad came out here at like 10 o'clock and just started discing stuff up, but it worked pretty well. Alright, that's gonna wrap up this video. I hope you guys are enjoying this, and please like and subscribe if you are, because I will be uploading more in the future, and we'll see you next time.